Today is day 2 of the Prime Minister's visit to Singapore. In fact, he held a meeting with his Singaporean counterpart, Lawrence Wong, earlier in the day. And of course, a list of MoUs were later exchanged. Now, remember, both the leaders elevated the ties between the two nations to the level of comprehensive strategic partnership. In fact, India and Singapore have a long-standing partnership which goes as far back as for decades. In fact, let's now come and look at the MoUs that were signed between both the sides. The number one being in the space of semiconductors. This is, of course, an area of strategic and crucial importance to India. The MoU basically will facilitate Singaporean companies to set up a base in India, to set up supply chains in India. Of course, there will be cooperation as far as design is concerned, as far as manufacturing is concerned, talent sharing, talent development, knowledge sharing, all of those areas are concerned. Remember, Singapore accounts for 10% of global output and 20% of global semiconductor manufacturing equipment. In fact, the Prime Minister then also visited the facility of AEL Holding Semiconductor facility, wherein he encouraged business leaders to come and set up supply chains in the country. In fact, he also tweeted stating that this is a sector where India is increasing its presence and we look forward to working together and giving our youth more opportunities. The other MoU was signed in the space of digital technology, so that encompasses a whole lot of sectors like AI, quantum computing, then DPI, that is digital public infrastructure, SME, cybersecurity, emerging technologies. And then, of course, health and pharma was another MoU that was signed, and the final one being in the area of skill development and entrepreneurship. The Prime Minister also invited his counterpart to come and visit India. In fact, the invitation was accepted by the other side, and this evening we can expect a press conference, a press briefing perhaps by both the sides to list out the outcomes of this visit. And of course, he's expected to meet and address a CEO roundtable as well this evening. Now, why is this visit important? This visit is important because it is an important component of India's Act East policy, and India is also looking at expanding its partnership and relations with countries which it sees as strategic partners and potential partners, in fact, which is why you are seeing India diversifying its relations across the world and not just in Southeast Asia. In fact, a group of ministers, if you remember, visited Singapore just in August itself.